Do you have a first date coming up soon? Well, you're at the right place. This is your first date go-to makeup tutorial for beginners and other people who really just don't care that much. Welcome to my channel. My name is Olivia Ebere. Make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get this video started. So first things first, you need to go ahead and get a cheap mascara and fill in some eyebrows because everyone knows that you are basically a naked mole rat until you have some hair on your face. Next, make sure you play with your hair a little because, I mean, what is long hair good for if not to play with it? And then go ahead and get an even cheaper eyebrow pencil. Preferably one that you purchased at a Ross, TJ Maxx, or Marshalls because nobody has time to actually go to a specialty store and spend anything more than $5 on a freaking eyebrow pencil. And just start drawing some eyebrows, and of course make sure that you are completely out of frame. That way if you mess up, your viewers will have no idea because you were out of frame. Again, keep messing with your hair because, you know, again, what is long hair good for if not to just mess with it? Eyebrows are probably the hardest part about anything. I call this finished eyebrow look the hidden unibrow. Next, get some of that cheap concealer that everyone else on the YouTube sphere raves about, so now you don't have to feel bad about it, and put it all over your eyebrows. Make sure to get it on your actual eyebrow so you look like a crazy person, and then you have to spend even more time than you cared to spend on said eyebrows. Go ahead and check yourself out in the mirror. Make sure that you look and feel like some kind of cheap, terrible imitation of a Times Square mime. Make sure you use that concealer and dab away all of the impurities around your eyebrows because impurities are not our friends, they can't sit with us, and they have a terrible sense of style. And of course, do it out of frame because what was the point of filming a video if you're not going to do every single thing that you're supposed to do out of frame, right? Right? Finally realize that you are filming this video for your subscribers and then actually start to show yourself in frame and then, you know, completely forget again and return to the out of frame position that is so dear and near to your heart. And then get some primer to prime your face for the makeup because you're going on a first date, and the whole point of makeup on a first date is to actually somewhat look like yourself but like a pretty version of yourself. And if you have skin like mine, make sure you use a mattifying primer because this is a first date. You're not going to the freaking disco. You don't want to blind this person with your freaking shiny forehead. Next is my favorite part, foundation. Now you actually get to look like you have one cohesive color on your face instead of looking like an overripe avocado. Make sure you dab your foundation very frantically and violently into your face and your skin because you really want the foundation to look like your skin. You don't want it to actually look like you have on makeup. Even though you're spending upwards of 30 minutes on makeup, you don't want it to actually look very obvious that you're wearing things on your face because, you know, this is the first date and you might actually be going out with a member of the male gender and you know how they are about the natural look. And please, please, please make sure you actually blend and dab your foundation into your hairline and the bottom of your chin because you don't want to be that person who just didn't. Like, you want to look like a cohesive face. And then get like a cheap eyeshadow because you don't want to waste your fancy things on this, you know, first date. I call this one go to the Clinique and Macy's and get something that's worth $35 so you can get a free bag of a whole bunch of goodies. Do your eyeshadow like the most basic look you've ever seen. Don't do it like what you've actually seen on YouTube or other sites that are giving you tutorials. Do it like you actually do in real life. Use only like 2 colors. Probably one on your lid, bottom lid, and then like on the inner corner of your eye. But I mean, that's about it. And then get some more of that cheap concealer and put it on the inner corner of your eye. And honestly, like, I don't really know if this even works or if it does anything, but everyone does it, so I do it. You know, monkey see, monkey do. Next, draw a line in the middle of your nose. Clearly decide to have a stroke and draw it completely crooked, but that's fine because who needs to have a straight nose, right? Make sure you blend and dab away that concealer like it's nobody's business. Make sure your skin looks as seamless as possible, because even though this is a first date and it's probably gonna go horribly, you want to know that you looked good while letting this person know that you're never gonna see them again. Next, draw on your eyeliner. Do as basic of an eyeliner look as you've ever done in your life, because let's be honest, we only care to do fancy makeup when we'll be surrounded by other women. I mean, come on, we're really the only ones who truly appreciate the work that we put into looking spectacular. Next, get some kind of like sponge that you probably got at like a Walgreens or a Walmart, and then use that to put your setting powder on your face. Put it in all the places, especially where you have a tendency to crease, and then obviously draw your line crooked again, because what's the point, right? What's the point of a straight nose? And this baking process of the setting powder gives you the perfect opportunity to really think about your decisions thus far, and if you even really want to go on this date. But of course, you're going to totally ignore all of the red flags telling you, hey, this isn't a good idea, and you're going to flick away at them just like you do this settings powder. Completely just remove them from your thoughts like you're removing this powder from your face. Next, you get a foundation. I mean, even a lipstick will do. Just make sure it's a cooler tone and darker than your face to draw on the boundaries that you're going to set on this date. Then completely blur those lines, completely just blur those boundaries like you never even set them to begin with. I mean, they're probably still there a little bit, but I mean, barely. Even though you're going against your better judgment and allowing those boundaries to be broken down, you want to make sure that you really accentuate whatever cheekbones or jowls that you have. You want to channel a strong woman. I'm going for Wonder Woman's twin sister, Nubia. Next, get a really cheap blush palette, preferably something that you purchase at your local Walgreens or Walmart, and make sure you pick a color that's barely there and not noticeable, kind of like your feelings for this person that you're about to go on a date with. Even though this is a first date, get your favorite highlighter palette, because makeup is fun and highlighter is the most fun thing about makeup. So you know what, why not treat yourself and do the thing that you love the most, because at the end of the day, even if you have a terrible time, at least you know that you are blinding everyone with your beauty. Put it everywhere. Don't be shy. You weren't shy when you said yes to this date, so why start now? Some more professional people put on highlighter after they set their face, but I'm an amateur, so I like to put on my highlighter before, and I go ahead and spray the setting spray all over my face so I look like a wet dog. Next, put on some mascara. The thing is, this is really important because by some off chance you actually like this person, you need some lashes when you start fluttering your eye in a crazed attempt to let them know that you like them. Much like you're going to scrutinize every aspect of this person, make sure you scrutinize every lash on your eye. They must be in formation. You can't have one that's going off to the left or going off to the right. They all have to be going up in perfect symphony. Choosing a matte lip basically means that you've given up on any hope of anything going well. So to keep hope alive, get a gloss and just put on, as much as you want, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to eat before you even think about the possibility of locking lips with this person. And now your look is completed. This has been your first date go-to makeup tutorial for beginners and other people who really just don't care that much. This look is guaranteed to bring all the boys and girls, if you're into that sort of thing, to the yard. Metaphorically, obviously. I mean, talk about a restraining order. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys next video. Illy! Bye!